Colin Firth built the kind of career most actors spend their entire lives chasing: Oscars, billion-dollar franchises, and a reputation as one of Britain's most quietly magnetic stars. But beneath that composed, dignified exterior was a man navigating wounds that fame simply couldn't reach. Born in September 1960 in Hampshire, England, Firth grew up in an academic household shaped by constant movement. His parents were educators whose work took the family to Nigeria and the United States, leaving young Colin without a stable sense of belonging. Back in England, that rootlessness followed him into secondary school, where he was bullied for being seen as bookish and different. His response was to adapt, softening his accent, downplaying his intelligence, learning early how to become whoever the room needed him to be. It was, in retrospect, the beginning of a lifetime of performance. At 18, he arrived in London with no connections and very little money, working a low-paying job in the wardrobe department at the National Theatre while waiting for drama school to begin. His real break came during a student showcase, where a chance audience member, legendary playwright Julian Mitchell, was so impressed that he cast Firth in a celebrated West End production almost immediately. The career that followed was extraordinary. By the mid-1990s, his portrayal of Mr. Darcy in the BBC's adaptation of Pride and Prejudice transformed him into a cultural phenomenon overnight. That iconic lake scene alone rewrote what British television was capable of doing to a global audience. He went on to anchor romantic classics like Bridget Jones's Diary, Love Actually, and Mamma Mia, with his films collectively grossing over $3 billion worldwide. But privately, Firth has spoken openly about a lifelong battle with severe stage fright and debilitating panic attacks. Not nerves, but full physical crises that could leave him unable to breathe or think clearly. During a 1999 theater run, his anxiety reportedly peaked so badly on opening night that he became accidentally locked outside the building in full costume, forcing him to sprint around the block and beg his way back in through the front entrance. It's the kind of moment that would shatter most people. For Firth, it was just another battle he had to get through. Then came the public devastation that no award could prepare him for. In 2018, it was widely reported that during a period of separation from his wife of over 2 decades, Livia Giugioli, she had been involved in an affair with a childhood acquaintance. When that relationship ended, the man allegedly launched a sustained harassment campaign against the couple, ultimately sending explicit material directly to Firth. Refusing to be silenced, Colin and Livia filed a criminal stalking complaint in Italy, a decision that inadvertently made the story global news. The couple attempted to rebuild, but by December 2019, they announced their separation after 22 years of marriage. In the years since, Firth has quietly rebuilt. He took on Italian citizenship, stayed deeply present for his sons, and when his ex-wife publicly revealed a breast cancer diagnosis in 2025, he reportedly stepped up as a steady anchor for their children throughout her treatment. The romantic lead is gone from the roles he now chooses, replaced by grieving fathers, fractured detectives, and morally complicated survivors. The pain he's carried has become the raw material of his finest work. At 65, Colin Firth is not chasing nostalgia. He's doing the hardest thing any person can do after being broken: showing up anyway. If this story moved you, hit like and subscribe. There's a lot more where that came from.